Hi, welcome to part 2 of my CD collection. So in the first episode we ended on the Beatles, and in this episode we're starting on Blur. Now, I picked up this album at like a second-hand shop for like £1 or £2, and I went into it thinking it would be like Park Life, but not very good. It's nothing like that. It still sounds like Blur. Like, don't get me wrong, you can still tell it's a Blur album. But it's it's like a shoegaze album. It's just very nice. I actually like it a lot. I liked it a lot more than I thought I would. That's all I can really say about it. But yeah, I definitely listen to this album if you're into shoegaze and or Blur. Next we've got Park Life, another Blur album. I really want to get Modern Life is Rubbish, and I want to like listen to it, but I've always been put off by it. I don't know why. It seems very strange. It's like an hour long. It seems like it's like an hour long. It's got like 7-minute songs in it. It just seems weird, and a lot of people compare it to Park Life, but it doesn't seem like Park Life. It seems like it would be a completely different sounding album. I mean, like, Modern Life is Rubbish has like 14 songs, and this, it has a lot more songs, but I don't know, they just seem really different. I've never really been into it. The Park Life itself is it's amazing. Definitely listen to it. It's great. We have another Blur album. We have their self-titled from 1997. Very nice actual CD itself. But the songs, it's not really for me. Obviously, there's great songs like You're So Great. You're So Great is one of my favourite Blur songs of all time. Like, it's so great. That wasn't a pun intended. Beat Your Bum. Even Song 2, a lot of people don't like it, I like it. Yeah, this album is very good, but it's, it's quite a specific taste, I think. But if you listen to this album and you like it, then good on you. But I can't really think of anything that sounds like it, so that's spaz maybe. Next we've got 13. This is a lot of people's favourite Blur albums. This is probably the most like depressing Blur album there is. Blur's always been sort of sad with a sense of humour, but this is the most sad. It's really like this Tender, which isn't really that sad actually. Coffee and TV, No Distance Left to Run. That's just a beautiful song. That's probably actually my favourite Blur song. All these songs are great. I'd definitely listen to this if you like sad music or Blur. The final Blur album, we have the Best Of album, the Best of Blur. It's a compilation album. It's really the only Blur Best Of that I know of. But yeah, it's got like everything you really need for Blur. It's not got all the Blur songs on because of this is only post 13, so there was still 2 albums left. But I mean, a lot of the Blur's good songs came before this album anyway. But yeah, if you're only into like Blur's hits, definitely get this album. This was the first one I listened to, and it's very good. It's like every song on it is great, which that's not really too much of a compliment, is it? Okay, just a warning, a lot of self-titled, like a lot of artists that are names, here is David Bowie, but this is in B, and then Elton John is in E, just because I've randomly gone David Bowie and changed it. So, sorry if this is confusing. I can't be bothered changing it. I've got quite a lot of artists like that. So, I'm sorry about that. But I'm not sorry enough to change it. So I'm sorry for not being sorry. But yeah, I don't think it'll be that bad anyway, really. It doesn't matter too much. So anyway, this is Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars. I love this album. It's not my favourite Bowie album. It might be his best. You know, a lot of people say, oh, it's his best album. I just prefer favourite. You know, I guess it is his best. Every song on there is great, but you know, there's Bowie albums I do prefer over that one. Well, that's definitely high up there. Yeah, but Bowie's just a great artist in general. It's hard to rank his stuff without upsetting people. Same with like the Beatles and Radiohead. Maybe not so much with Radiohead. Actually, yeah, probably still. The best of Bowie as well. I actually haven't listened to all of this. I've listened to a lot of these songs anyway, just from listening to Bowie a lot. This is, you know, this is a good compilation album. And what's sad is actually when Bowie died, this album got on the charts. So that's actually, I don't know, that's not too sad. It's quite happy. It's quite good. Yeah, but this album was on the charts. It was like, it wasn't number one, but it was in like the top 15 or whatever, along with Black Star. Another one that I sort of like, I don't know if I actually do too much, but I've got The Clash, London Calling. By not too much, I mean the actual album itself, like the CD. The CD, I don't know if I like the CD layout. It's just a vinyl. It's quite lazy. At first I was like, oh, this is sick, like, because it's, I think the actual CD itself is like this little vinyl piece. Like, I used to find that really cool, but then I realised it's probably just them being lazy. So, I don't know, it's whatever. But the actual album itself, I do really like. It's, I don't think it's grown on me all that much. I think as time's gone on, I've been like, oh, I want to listen to it, but, you know, it's like an hour. It's quite long. It's like a double album. So I don't know, I sometimes just think like, oh, is it really worth putting my time into? But, you know, it's not bad. I'd listen to it. I think if you're just bored and wanting to find new music, listen to that, because a lot of people love it. A lot of people don't like it. I'm personally just in between. I like it. Right, we've got a big thing here. Oh, shit. Right. I've also got the Clash singles. I thought I got rid of this. It was found after D, so I don't know how. I think I'll actually end that here because I've got a big collection coming up. So yeah, see you in part 3.